Well,
Okay, when we start the meeting, this is 7:04. I have, okay, oops, and welcome to another meeting. Wait, is the chat?
Hey, SpongeBob.
SpongeBob won the poll, so now everything's SpongeBobified. So Karsh, I hope you like it. Wherever you, there she is. Yeah, applaud. There's the applaud. Okay.
Me like.
Good. Okay. So officer voting. So one person ran for each spot, which made life easier. So we're just running an election for secretary and treasurer to determine who's doing what. Determining. Oh my gosh, yeah. Determining who's doing what. So Zach and Fabian are both running for secretary and treasurer. They're somewhere in here. I don't know where they went. So they're both running for each of them. So I'm going to send the link after the PowerPoint's over. So you don't have to type this entire link. And you just have to basically confirm who are the people that ran. Basically, I put the, like, I ran for president. I put that and there's like a null. So just like confirm each person just so we have an official vote for student life. So, and when it gets to Fabian and Zach, pick one for secretary, one for treasurer. Please do not pick Fabian for both or Zach for both. Pick which one you rather have in which place. And it's due in 2 weeks from today. So yeah, that's that.
alternatively, we can have them have a duel in the parking lot.
That would be more fun.
It would be.
I'm down.
Fabian, where'd Fabian go? Fabian, you ready for that duel? That would be more entertaining.
What?
You're going for a duel. You're dueling with Fabian. You're dueling with Zach for secretary versus treasurer. You guys are dueling. So congrats.
Who's dueling for what position though? They don't know. They're just dueling.
I think they both want secretary, so I think that's ideally what both of them basically said. That's why we're running it to see who we rather have secretary, who we rather have treasurer. So I guess we're dueling for secretary then. Who knows?
I'm just down to duel. It doesn't have to be for anything.
I love the spirit, Zach. The spirit is what we're here for. Living for it. Okay. Anyways, now SpongeBob doesn't have an opinion. He rather goes searching for jellyfish. Fishing for jellyfish. Anyways. So we're now clear to hold in-person events. So yay. That's great. So we can start doing the golf thing. And SpongeBob's excited because he's golfing also. We're planning to do it on 3/5, which is a Friday night. Or Andretti can take us. I have to call Andretti. Obviously, I haven't called them yet because I've been busy, as we all have been. Oh, someone entered the waiting room. I got it. There we go. Cheryl in church. So we're planning out for that day because apparently there's a dynamics exam on the Thursday, and you all are probably going to be dead and would like to do something fun. So we figured that'd be a great day to do it.
If we make it that far.
I can't speak for that. I'm not in that class. So we'll hope they make it there. So send me a message either in Zoom now or within the next week so I can give them somewhat of an accurate head count. If you just want to put into Zoom, I just didn't make a poll for this one because I do not want to inundate you with all these freaking polls. Fabian's me. I'm ready. Me. Golf.
Is that Friday?
Yeah, it's who said that? I don't know, but yes, it's Friday.
Cheryl said that.
Oh,
She got out of class early.
Oh, there. Hello. I didn't know who said what. Let's go. Me. Okay. I'll count and make a list after Colin does his talkie. I will make a list of everyone who said me. So who else? I don't know why I keep checking. Yes. Oh, you're coming down that weekend?
Yeah, we are. And our parents are going to come on Saturday. So we've got Friday night to do whatever.
Oh, sweet. I thought we can meet them over golf. Yes. That's great. I didn't know what weekend you guys were coming. So that actually works really well that I picked that weekend. That Friday then. Works for me. Oh, Janelle. We'll ask Janelle since she's here.
This makes us sound like we're a lot more fun than we actually are.
Yeah.
This is a very skewed view of us, so.
Where did Janelle, you came at the time. If you want to go do the golfing, put in the chat if you want to go golfing on 3/5. You came at the perfect time because this is like the one thing that I kind of need a head count. So, no lie, someone did pronounce it. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, cool. I'll write everyone who said yes down. And if anybody else still wants to say yes, you have time. It's not binding right now. I just need to have something so I know what to do. And we'll start singing that. Okay, great. So that's then. So this is something new. So Brian, correct me if I'm wrong on anything I'm about to say. SAFC funding, because there's no like conferences and stuff right now, they gave each club like 10,000, 12,000, something like that. But since there's no conferences right now, no one's really spending the money in the club currently. There's no one spending any money. So they were saying, here's ideas of stuff you can spend. And they just opened it up where you can buy apparel and stuff now. So Brian had the idea, I think it was Brian. Brian, that was yours, right?
Yeah, I thought maybe we could get like hats or something. Because I know we usually do shirts, but I know we usually do shirts as a fundraiser. Figure we should probably do something else as a
Like switch
something
it
just
up.
for our members. I thought hats. I like hats. You know, bucket hats, regular
I
hats.
hats, J hat, K hat.
Yeah, hats.
Okay.
I set it up. I set it up for it.
Can they all be modeled after like the Krusty Krab hats? Like
The beautiful hat. I
mean-
thought this was pretty dang good.
I guess I could. I mean, I have to find a source because I know the Krusty Krab hats are pretty tall on the top. It'd be cool if we could because it could be like a rising cumulonimbus crowd.
exactly, yeah.
But I don't know who does hats like that besides the Krusty Krab.
I mean, I don't know. It sounds like a DIY project to me.
DIY project. I like that. So the
Special
one thing-
hats. for
either the
everyone.
logo or a cloud with Fitzcams written in it.
Sounds like
Something.
an ice cream overshooting cloud top.
Ooh, I like that. We it's still in the beginning stages. So if anyone has any ideas, Brian, you're heading this, right?
Yeah, I'll head it. So if you guys have any ideas, shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram or email or LinkedIn, whatever. And we could talk about it. I have some ideas first. I'll probably put some stuff in the bucket hat. Sounds sick. Thanks. So we'll see. And we could probably put it to a vote by the next meeting and try and get it approved a week after that, maybe. Yeah. So think about it.
Okay, cool. That sounds good. So hats, woo. I just want to say woo.
Clearly.
So the Python tutorial classes that Professor, of course I call you Professor, you don't have the degree.
I have
Professor,
absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Why do you people want this? Continue.
we're trying. He distracted me. I'm sorry. So we're thinking of doing on the Thursdays opposite to our meeting. So it's just like your Thursday nights are with us. It's probably not the best way to spend your Thursday nights, but you guys still come to our meetings and love us, and or at least deal with us. So we're thinking of doing them on the Thursdays opposite to our meetings to make everyone's brains nice. And we're going to be starting them next Thursday, 2/25 at 7 p.m. And we'll pretty much do it until the end of the semester. Cause that's like 4 or 5 Thursdays, if I counted correctly, know how to do math, which is debatable most days. So I'll end up setting up a Zoom link and sending it out before the date, or Anna will send it out. Somebody will send you a Zoom link and you just show up to it. And Colin will teach you about the magical snake language.
I mean, it's more of
Can I invite? Yeah, Cheryl, you can invite a guest. I mean, it's just known that he's not an expert in everything. We just need to make sure that's clear. But he's going to teach stuff because he knows stuff.
since someone's an expert in anything, because I want to put that on my resume.
Yes, you can invite your sister, Cheryl. Wasn't she? She was going to join anyways when you guys came, right?
Yeah, she will.
Yeah, you can invite her.
Cool, thanks.
I mean, Zoom allows like a capacity of 250 people, and we ain't never going to get near 250 people. So I would love if that happened. But
I will run away if that happens.
I would love
I will go live with Jason if that happens.
Jason, how do you feel about that? His face.
Awesome.
IDK, Colin draws a crowd. You draw a crowd according to Kelly. Okay, so we're just gonna keep continuing, and then is anyone not appreciating? I lined up the SpongeBob pictures to the subject.
I
of the
liked
slide.
it. Although I feel like SpongeBob is me.
I worked very hard. Thank you, Karsh. I worked very hard on that. I worked very hard. I just wanted some recognition because I'm a sad human being. But yeah. Wait, someone else is in the chat. What's going in the chat? Where is Drake and Josh didn't win, Fabian? I'm sorry. Drake and Josh and iCarly tied with 2 votes. SpongeBob had 5.
Now we've established how counting works. Moving along.
Retweet. Dang bummer. Drake Bell was okay. We're gonna move on. Yeah. Cookies, not grandma's cookies. Brian, Brian, you know more about this than I do. You do some talking. He's like, oh crap.
Sure. Yeah, I'm part of the Caribbean Students Association. We, had a sort of like a Valentine's Day giveaway, and we gave. Cassie and Colin got some chocolate dipped strawberries, and they liked it. And we gave out brownies and cookies as well. And they actually pitched the idea to me that we could do something like that for us as well, as a sort of philanthropy and maybe like a social outreach, and tell people about like lightning safety or weather safety in general. So what do you guys think? It could be weather shaped cookies in the form of maybe lightning or clouds.
I love it. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, it wouldn't be chocolate chip though. It'd be like sugar cookies.
Yeah, we're gonna go all like cookie design, like artwork, that sort of thing, like with royal icing and stuff.
Oh, give out small fun note cards with a weather fact on them. Well, that's nice. Good ideas all around. Well, I guess that's something we could also I could get started with as soon as this weekend, and possibly get the approval for it, and then we could start talking about creating the little note cards and when we actually want to do the event. But I figure that's something we'll take to the officer chat first. Anything else I think I should add?
Are you good now? Okay. No, I think that's good. Yeah. So we have interest. That's what we're trying to look for and see if this is actually something people would like. Okay. Cool. All right, I'm gonna continue. And now the part where y'all come for is the cloud photo contest time. SpongeBob's clouds do not win. Sorry, Karsh. Karsh is sad. Okay, so number 1. Okay, I'm gonna start the poll and I'll go backwards as the poll's going. That's the poll.
Does it only go to 8?
It only goes to 10. If you scroll, it goes, there's more. Okay, back.
Not all.
Can you flip through it again, please?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to minimize it. Oh, 9, 8. You can watch the poll for me. Thank you.
Sure. We have terrible turnout right now. Okay, now it's about half.
Okay. Where are we at? 9, 10. 3 more people.
Am I technically an attendee or no? I don't think so.
No. I think there's one more person, possibly. Yep. Now we're good.
No,
All
there's
right.
the answer to that question.
Okay, hold on, let me go there. All right, I'm gonna end it and share. Number 4 won with number 10 in second. So number 4 was number 4. Very nice picture. And number 10 was second. So number 4, Seth, you won. Yes, Seth won, and then Colin was second. And there's SpongeBob.
Yay! Yay!
Yes, Seth. Good job. Wait, what happened in the chat? Yay, Seth. Yay, Seth. Yeah, that's true. And then Colin will be Cloud Friday tomorrow. Or like 5 hours. SpongeBob did not take the pictures. Although Karsh wishes he did. Okay. Anyways. Do you guys want to go into that, or do you want me to still talk about this? Colin.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so obviously the big weather story is all the winter storms, winter weather. Okay, I've seen the chat said winter storms and all of that. So Colin will have more of the scientific side of things because he's a nerd. We all know that. So first, I want to talk about, because some people may not understand what these are unless they've been reading, the power outages in Texas. They've been doing a bunch of rolling power outages, which basically means they cut power to certain cities for like a couple hours at a time to conserve energy because they're trying to balance supply and demand. So this is from the New York Times. I didn't say where it was, but I said it out loud, so it's good enough. So you can see how Tuesdays, where it correlates pretty well with the snowstorms impacts, because Tuesday is when the storms majorly hit, and they had about 4.4 million people, like Monday and Tuesday, because this is Monday at 10 p.m. This is Tuesday 12:15. They had about 4.4 million people without power, which is really sad, considering it's cold and people need heaters and stuff. So that was that I wanted to show first. Oh, there we go. And this is Tuesday, because that's where about Monday night into Tuesday was where most of the hit was. And the Texas one, there's a bunch of winter everywhere. I think we're focusing mostly on Oklahoma because Jason's here, and Texas area mostly. But there's winter storm pretty much everywhere. So this was also New York Times for Tuesday. They're showing that in like Texas, Oklahoma, their temperatures like 40 degrees or more below average. Hi friends, I'm gonna go to sleep and do work. Okay. Yeah, go to bed, Anna. You need sleep. Thank you for showing up. Have fun. Go to bed. Good night. And yeah. So that's that. That's what I had. And now I'm gonna stop sharing and you people can take over now.
Okay. So for some reason, you guys really want me to talk about this. And we're gonna have Jason go ahead and help me with this one because he's here. So it's a little hard to get archive data quickly. I mean, it's possible, but you kind of need everything lined up to do that. So I'm just gonna go to a website that have things available, which means I'm a little limited to what I might otherwise do. So Jason, we're gonna go back and do it old school and just have the 0 and 12Z balloon maps up our charts to do this, and it's gonna be a good old school synoptic discussion.
Nice.
All right, I'm
Okay,
sure
so
I'm sure they teach that at OU.
I just want to say I'm really impressed with how you're running the club. You're doing a good job. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Yeah, we behind here is just the club on fire behind my old cloud. So
Yep.
we're very good at hiding the
The dumpster fire of our lives.
yeah.
That's literally me right now.
Smells like the Link room, Link lab.
Does it sound like it too with the beeping, like the zzz sound?
Before it gets
Yeah.
dark here, I could show you.
Yeah, let me spotlight him. I can
Look
spotlight.
outside.
That's good because that means I can stall.
Whoa. Here. What do you do? Oh,
So
there you
this is where the pipe burst was. Great icicles.
go. Oh, that's nice.
Just a mess. Icicles up there. Starting to thaw. Oh, you probably can't see it.
I can see a little bit.
I spotlighted him, but apparently, you have it set differently. That's why.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Jason. Yeah.
Alrighty. So we'll go ahead and we'll start at 300 millibars and work our way down the cone. So this is a loop. Actually, we're just going to stop and let's go to, yeah. So the loop's going to start at 0Z in the 10th and go through, I think, today. So
Can you just step through it?
I mean, I could do that too.
Especially on the 14th.
Yeah, I mean, you're only getting the 0 and the 12th, but so I'll give you the 13th. So it's a bit of more of a setup.
Right.
All right, so your main synoptic features, at least at 300 millibars, is We have a low over Canada, a jet departing the United States essentially. Wow, that's really fast. We have a short wave here. Short wave is where I don't know if you really call it a short wave at 300, but I guess we'll go with that.
More of a trough and a little cutoff
Yeah.
low there. But
Wow.
the big thing that's a precursor of what's coming, you're pointing at it there. That's jet streak going southward, which is a precursor that the trough is going to dig, right?
Yep, that's what your QG theory would tell you anyways.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's a few other things going on, but essentially, yeah, that's if you want to think of QG wise.
There's a short wave on the front side of there, so that's what creates the first winter storm.
Yep, and then just sort of a quick aside, it was this guy that kind of helped form something out in the Gulf that also kind of helped us get some thunderstorms north of us.
Yeah.
So by that evening, lucky there, it did come down. And we have this interesting sort of difluent split flow over Texas. Do you want to say anything more about that, or you just keep going?
Oh, no, you're right on. Just like that's crazy, 150 knots.
I know, this is just insanity, guys. Yeah, so then start moving along here. This is the morning of the 14th. And we have the trough here. Well, we can talk about it a bit more when we look at the lower levels, but it looks like it's starting to tilt a little bit. It's not quite neutral, but I assume it goes neutral eventually. Yeah. Well, so this is what, the evening of the 14th? Yeah.
So this is when it was heavy snow in Oklahoma and northern Texas, which matches QG because it's near the base, in front of the base of the trough with the maximum vorticity. So you have positive vorticity advection, so creating upward motion. Probably some warmer advection below there, but
Yeah, I mean, I'll show it when we go lower, and I'll pull up the lower charts as well, which I can do now if you want, because this is really what we need. We'll go to 850. We'll just let it, there we go. So this is a little bit of a crowded plot, but so it looks like we're fairly well saturated in the lower levels here. And then we have the zero. This is the freezing level here. So what are they about? They're a few degrees off. It doesn't actually look like you guys had that much warmer advection at this
no,
point.
not at 850.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe
more like 700, a little higher than there, but
7. 7. That looks more like cold air advection, if anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was getting colder,
Well, yeah.
especially in the low levels for sure. Like the temperature kept dropping as the snow was going on Sunday night. So you probably have just that massive vorticity advection that's creating most of the upward motion.
We have vorticity.
So
I don't
it's for sure.
not.
The warm air
They do
advection.
not. For the reason NCAR does not plot vorticity for whatever reason. So then it's another 500 essentially. Look at that temperature gradient there, right off the edge.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a pretty good. So the main point of our jabbering here is we're trying to get the big picture view of what happened and how it's set up. So essentially what we've done is we've identified the source of moisture in basically low level ascent and mid upper level ascent. Now, if we want to talk precip type, we probably should pull up the sounding. And they just converted this all to Python, so they look, these are absolutely glorious looking soundings. If this will stop.
Is this OUN?
Yeah.
So this is
I
near
don't know.
Oklahoma City, Norman.
Yeah, this is the what's it, the 12th. Unfortunately, here on the advanced bar, I can't see the.
Can you zoom out a little bit if you like pinch the?
Nope, that is max zoom out.
It's a max. So you can,
Yeah, this is just. Well, I can probably.
you
I don't know if
can't-
it works with Zoom, like because I can do it with my computer, but I don't think Zoom will do it.
You can't use like the forward keys in this website, forward backward keys.
They just did. This is horrible.
No, no.
Oh well, so this is your 15 0Z 15.
There you go. Saturated.
Sorry, you went to lower level anyways. Yeah, so
Yeah, you could see below about 700 millibars. If you look at the wind side, you have northern and northeast winds. So that's cold air advection near the ground. And then above 700, it's shifted. So that's pretty much the direction the precip was coming in, whereas at the surface you had a lot of cold air coming down.
and Jason, is this the representative sounding? Or no?
Representative?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's good enough.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
I mean, is this is observed, right? It's
Yeah,
KD.
yeah. What I can do though is I can annotate it. So I can point out the features that you're talking about.
Mhm.
And that might make more sense to people.
Wait, why am I in a spotlight? Oh, I can cancel that.
I don't know.
There we go.
There we go. So now I can write what Jason's saying. Maybe. Probability of failure is high. This will be like Mr. Split on the whiteboard. So run for your lives. All right. So I'm gonna mark. So that's the 0C line there. And so it's cleared the whole soundings under. Let's see if that's. These are the winds that Jason's talking about. That's nice. There we go. I didn't say I knew what I was doing. Negative C. That's an idea. Maybe we should talk about the importance of this region here.
Mhm. Yeah, so
Between -10 and -20.
right. Mostly I think it's between -12 and -17. That's like the zone for like large dendritic growth of snowflakes. So you get like really high liquid to snow to liquid ratios when you have a lot of upward motion and saturation in that zone. You see two zones where it's like that. But a lot of it is not in there. So the snow liquid ratio is like, it was greater than 10, so it was above normal, but it wasn't like really fluffy. It was more of a powder, which makes sense since like a lot of the saturation zone is not in that temperature range.
Yeah, and then you need you need saturation, then you want also pretty good vertical motion. Unfortunately, they don't plot omega on here, so
I know,
that would
yeah.
have been helpful.
Yep.
But at least from our discussion with the more of the synoptic charts, you could infer that there probably was a decent amount of omega in the region at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. For sure.
I don't know if there's really anything useful here. Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, it's one thing I could point out real quick is where the tropopause is.
Tropopause 250. That's
Yeah, it's just under. It's just above 10 kilometers.
Seems pretty high for a really cold atmosphere.
Yeah, I don't. I think
that
you guys are just
really-
on the edge of it there. I think if we went a couple days later,
Yeah. If you have that really deep inversion though, so like you have that warm layer.
yeah, I think you would have to. Although we could go to the Wyoming site and probably actually grab the thickness chart.
Can you go ahead to 12Z,
Hang on.
15?
I went 12 on the 15th. One, two, one
Yeah.
more.
You went forward one.
Oh, sorry. Did you guys not launch a balloon that day? Were you guys able to launch one?
Oh yeah, what?
It's
Is-
skipping to 0.
Oh boy. Yeah, so that explains. I'm like, why is there like
I don't think there's a day. I just don't think.
why is there like dry adiabatic lapse rate near the ground like at 12Z like that?
Well, your balloon also only made it to 8 kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
So, though it does look like it actually might be that. I mean, I don't know.
So
really
at this
trust
point, you
that?
can see that it's not saturated anymore. The snow stopped, but go forward one. This is like where you see the peak of the cold. Go to 12Z.
12Z.
Yeah.
You want the next day? Because that's kind of what we got.
Yep. So look at the ground there. Look at the surface.
So here, this is a very good example of a radiative
Mhm.
warming here. So essentially, as the sun comes up, which isn't, I mean, 12Z, maybe it's not as pronounced as say on the east, somewhere like on the East Coast, where obviously the sun's been up for a little longer at 12Z. Then this is what 6 a.m. for you guys.
Yeah, 6 a.m. So the sun is not up.
Yeah.
This is just about the cold. It actually got a little colder after 12Z.
But it's interesting here. So, and this is also a really good example of how sensible heat works as well, with how if you're forecasting temperature. So like if this wind's not really that strong, it's only what, 20 knots. But if this wind was stronger, it's conceivable that it could have mixed down these warmer temperatures and they would have had a bit of a warmer night. But you need some pretty strong winds to do that. Maybe if these 60-knot winds were down here, maybe you could mix it out. But this is pretty much effectively locking them into a pretty cold night. Do you have any fog by any chance that day, or is it just too dry?
No, it's there might have been, but it's too fine to see when it's that cold.
Yeah.
But you can see the 5-knot winds at the most. It was pretty much calm. Even after all the wind and blowing snow we had the day before, it just calmed down. And just, so our low in Norman that morning officially was -11 Fahrenheit. So that's almost all-time record low here.
That's painful.
And my pipes froze the night before, actually, when the low was about -6. And here's a lesson for you guys. If you ever end up somewhere cold, where it gets really cold all of a sudden, especially if you're further in the south where things aren't built for that kind of cold, you have to you have to drip your faucets when it gets that cold. My mistake was I was only dripping it a little bit, where you actually have to have a steady stream so you have movement in the pipe so that it doesn't freeze.
Yeah.
But they say like when it gets below 32 degrees, like to drip your faucets, they don't have any instructions on what to do when it gets below 10, because it just doesn't happen here. And nobody told us, so this happened all over the place. But I was just an unlucky one that had an actual burst above my living room when it thawed. But
Is your housing on campus or is it like off campus?
it's right off campus. Like I can bike to campus. It's like right across the street. But yeah, I'm in an apartment complex, so hopefully they have insurance on like the building and stuff, because there is a lot of damage.
Yeah, your Snapchat story was like pretty scary.
Yeah, okay, so the story is it was traumatizing because I was up like all night the night before
Mhm.
gathering snow outside, putting it in trash bags to dump in my tub because I had no water.
Oh my god.
You have no water, and I didn't have water for like a little more than a day at that point, and I was anticipating not to have water until next week when it thaws.
Mm. Wow.
So I had like enough for a few days, but you couldn't drive. Like there was no way to get water, so I needed water to like flush the toilet and stuff. So I just dumped a bunch of snow in the tub and had it melt.
And now ironically, like you've got too much
Yeah.
water.
Now it's just okay. So then I was exhausted. I fell asleep at like 11 a.m. after like dealing with all that. And I woke up to the landlord banging on the door at like 2:30 in the afternoon, yelling like, "Hello, maintenance." And I was like, what the hell? Like I was fast asleep and I opened my door and it was just water all over. Like I, I got out of bed and my socks immediately went into a puddle. Like,
Oh my god.
and I didn't hear it happening. When I opened the door, it was just like a waterfall. It sounded like a waterfall. So it was gushing water like that for like over an hour and I just slept through it. So if I was awake, I could have acted faster and like probably prevented a lot of damage, because after looking frantically all over the place for a valve, I finally found it after like 30 minutes that like stopped the gushing. It continued to leak all night until they shut the water down for the whole apartment building this morning.
Wow.
But the flooding stopped when I turned that valve. I'm still am. I'm really upset about it. Because you could have, should have, would have.
Mhm.
I have a lot of regret for sleeping through that, and for not dripping my faucets enough. So live and you learn.
Mhm. Life of a grad student.
But luckily, my personal belongings are fine. It's
Okay.
just the building that's damaged. I don't have renter's insurance, so that's mostly going to cover my personal belongings. Hopefully, I'm not liable for what happened. I'm pretty sure I'm not.
You shouldn't be. That
Yeah.
seems like something. It's like the
Yeah, it's happening all over.
yeah.
But I feel really bad for the girl that lives below me. I'm on the top floor.
Mhm.
And my entire apartment was flooded and it had to go somewhere. It drained down into the apartments below me.
Oh,
So it
no.
was leaking. The landlord, I was with her. She opened the door. Nobody was home. And she had stuff lying all over. Like
Oh,
all
no.
her personal belongings were out. Like the TV and the lights were on, and you just see water coming down the lights.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're gonna have to gut, dude. They might have to gut the whole place because
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if the ceiling collapsed last night. And I haven't heard, she didn't tell me, but I wouldn't be surprised, because that's been happening all over.
dude,
Where
imagine what the state of the electrical system is right now in that building.
I know, like, knock on wood, it's fine. But downstairs, like I'm afraid.
Yeah, you might be okay. If I'd be worried about the people below you with electrical.
I feel really bad about it. Like they can't even live there. Like you can imagine if you have your stuff lying all over and there's water leaking everywhere, like all your stuff is screwed. Like
Mhm.
I was lucky to have it only in one part of my apartment pouring down, but when it's everywhere, there's nowhere to hide.
It finds you.
Hmm.
Yeah, they might.
Yeah. So,
Well, hopefully, you want to find a new place.
oh no, There's an apartment next to mine that's vacant. I can go to if I need to, but this is livable for now. It's just the carpet that's spongy, like soaked.
Well, hopefully they can pull that up soon.
Yeah. And no water in the whole building. So they have to fix that pipe soon. They came today and looked at it and they found where it burst, but then they never came back to fix it. So I have no idea what's going on.
They're probably just overloaded.
Yeah, they are. If it's like not an emergency, they're all over because I'm sure there's businesses flooding all over. It happened in Texas first. Now it's moving north as it thaws. No, it's probably one of the first to have it happen because it just warmed up to like 20 yesterday, and I think that was enough to heat the attic and cause the pipe to burst. So, all right.
All right, I think it's about time for us to wrap it up.
Yeah.
So this is the Fort Worth sounding, by the way, for the morning of the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that would have sucked to have to launch.
Thanks, Nico.
See ya.
See you, Nico.
I just zoned out. I'm back to Earth.
I don't know. Is there anything else you want to show?
Me, no, I don't have anything prepared.
You
Wow, I'm
just
just
can't
gonna-
talk about his partner.
Well, I know. I didn't know there's some other parameter. I can pull things up.
Do you have any roommates or is it just you?
I'm alone here. Like I have no friends because I came in the middle of the pandemic and none of the classes have like group activities or anything. So I only like met a few people and
That's when you make a snowman out of the snow that you've collected in your bathtub, and then it's like the SpongeBob with the fingers. The gang's all here.
oh my God. I was thinking about that because when I dumped the bags of snow to the tub, they were like huge snowballs. I was like, I should make a snowman.
You should.
Make Olaf. Olaf is the best.
Jason, you go to OU, right?
Yep. So
I mean,
OU is like one of the best meteorology schools in the country because
How's it been like your first or like year as a grad student? Like how has it been?
I don't know how to describe it, like because it's not a normal time, so it'll probably be different when you guys go. But like I was just alone in my apartment doing online courses, and the first course you take is fundamentals of atmospheric science, and it's like the hardest course probably in all of grad school.
Damn.
And I got a B, which I'm lucky because if you get a C, you fail. You have to retake it.
Wait, is that like is that like the rule of grad school?
I think that's like all grad schools that I know of. Is you have to get an A or a B, but luckily they curve and they only like give C's to the bottom.
Is it like the whole grading scale's just been like shifted up sort of thing?
Mm-hmm.
I got you. Okay.
But there was like a focus on atmospheric chemistry, like a lot of stuff that you didn't learn in undergrad. Like at first it's like, okay, good, this is easy so far. I remember all this. But then they get more advanced. They go into potential vorticity stuff.
Are all your classes online?
They're hybrid. So I try to go in whenever I can. This semester I've gone into every one until like I literally couldn't because they closed the campus. But last semester, I think one of them was almost all online and the other was hybrid as well. So it's just like Florida Tech.
Is your program like 2 years or 4 years?
2 years, but most people take longer to finish their thesis. So I'm probably going to go like another semester after that, like most people normally do.
Okay.
Um,
And you're getting your master's, right? Or
Mhm.
doctorate? Okay, master's.
yeah. I'm not looking into doctorate. Like, I know Dr. L would want me to.
Yeah.
but
It's all right. Don't follow them. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Go start a farm. That live your dreams.
I probably missed this in your introduction, but what professor are you working with? Are you doing research?
Yes. I didn't say that. I'm working with Dr. Parsons, Dave Parsons, who does a lot of stuff on nocturnal convection and low-level jets and stuff like that.
My friend, I did the REU at OU in 2019, and my friend was working with them actually. Hers was like on the nocturnal low-level jet.
Oh, wow.
She goes to University of Wisconsin-Madison now, doing her master's there.
That's awesome. Awesome you got to do that REU.
Yeah, right before COVID,
Mhm.
because this past year they were all like back home still, like doing everything virtual. So I did it the year before everything kind of went down.
Mhm. Good.
All right. Well, we need to end on our side. So it was nice talking to you, Jason.
Good luck, Jason.
Yeah,
I
thank
hope
you,
things
guys.
get solved soon.
Yeah.
Love
Just gives you
Jason.
an excuse to go buy some like inner tubes and like lazy river to your kitchen, like from the back.
Yeah. Just the consequences. It's got to go somewhere. So, but I'm relatively lucky. If you look at the people in Texas, I only lost power for an hour when they did the rolling outages in Oklahoma. But if people in Texas haven't had it for days, and that's just
Yeah.
horrible.
And hopefully your senator hasn't gone to Cancun as well.
My what?
Your senator. Hopefully your hasn't gone to Cancun with Ted Cruz.
Yeah. Oh my God. But that's in Texas. Great. And people are saying like, oh, it's the solar panels and the
We're
windmills.
recording, just so you know.
But no, it's like.
Alrighty. So I think it's time to end this.
Thanks, Jason, for coming.
Yeah.
We miss you. We all miss
Thank
you.
you guys for having me.
We all miss you so much.
You know you can come anytime, right?
Yeah, you can come whenever you want. If you have time, you can come.
Yeah, because there are other alumni that come. I've seen.
Yeah, and oh, I didn't also say DeVell speaking at the next meeting. I forgot to put that in the PowerPoint because I'm
Who
forgetting it.
is?
DeVell Johnson. He works at NWS New York City. That's where he works at. Yeah,
It's technically the Upton office, but yes.
Upton office. Yeah.
That was
Technically.
my office when I lived in Connecticut. So.
Yeah, he's speaking at the next meeting. He's supposed to speak at this meeting, but then the winter storm kind of.
Weather kind of got.
Oh yeah, they have a winter storm right now.
Yeah.
So
So he's
we're a little busy.
Yeah, he's off in 2 weeks, so he'll be here in the next 2 weeks. So.
But hopefully, there's some really great stuff going on. We're trying to try to do a joint event with the Valpo guys. They reached out to us.
To announce that too. Yeah.
So we'll be trying to do something with them.
Probably a game night of some sort, because they emailed and Twitter messaged us because we didn't answer them.
We're busy people, okay?
Yeah. So I forgot to put that in the meeting PowerPoint too. Thanks, Colin, for bringing up everything I forgot to put in.
Yep. And then we'll see. Then we might have something else I'm gonna try to do, but that's pretty early, so I don't want to say it yet.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
That's how new it is. She doesn't even know.
I don't even know what he's talking about yet. So just don't forget a week from today is the Python class. So if you want to learn Python, I'll send a Zoom link. Be here next Thursday to learn about
7 o'clock, right? 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Yep. I'll send out a
Okay.
Zoom link at some point in life. So
Before we go, sorry.
Any questions?
Colin, I was wondering if you applied to grad school at all.
No, I'm gonna go start a small corn farm in the middle of Nebraska.
Oh, amazing.
Much better, less stress. No, I did.
Okay.
Although the corn farm, after that dynamics lecture, the corn farm is starting to sound like a better idea.
Same.
Sweet.
I'm scared that they're gonna switch it. Like they're gonna spring it on me that I'm taking it next year. Like I want to know if that's happening.
Yeah,
Honestly, I
Dr.
think I wish I took that. I wish I took dynamics before synoptic only because I didn't learn anything in synoptic.
Yeah.